So what about people who aren't Christians and they've led like a really good life? Like, let's say there's, I mean, like the Dalai Lama, or you know, if they die.
But non-Christian?
Yeah.
Well, as St. Paul said, they'll each be judged according to the law written in our hearts. The law to do good and avoid evil, and do the best they can with what they've been given. The Vatican II has a lot to say about that.
But if their faith doesn't believe in purgatory, then...
Well, it doesn't matter whether they believe in
it. No, but then are we the ones to pray for them to get them out, or how does that work?
When my tennis partner died, I had a tennis partner who died at the age of 64 or something, 63. I put in my Christmas letter, you know, his name is Stoney, please pray for him, because he's Protestant, and they won't be praying for him. So, yeah, I'd like you to pray for him, and I keep praying for him. He didn't go to church, but before he died on his deathbed, he accepted Jesus Christ, and I hope that was sincere. And if it was, then he probably could benefit from my prayers and masses or whatever. Yeah.
What about praying for someone who's like lived a real evil life? Like sometimes, I think a priest said to another priest, "Did you pray for the soul of Saddam Hussein?" What do you think about that? Sometimes I feel uncomfortable, but at the same time, I think. I mean,
I don't think there's any harm in doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not inclined to spend a lot of time praying for Hitler and people like that.
Right.
But
it's nothing necessarily.
Publicly, I don't think we're supposed to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we're supposed to pray for people that we think have, you know, really reasonably have a chance. But privately, yeah, you can pray for anybody.
And does purgatory end at the second coming?
Yeah, there's no more. Okay. Purgatory ends.
So if Jesus comes in the next 5 minutes and we're either going to heaven or hell.
He's not going to come in 5 minutes.
No, I'm just saying, there's no purgatory.
Because all of us have to, see, everybody has to be holy by the second coming, all right? Because that's the end of purgatory, right?
Okay, that's it.
Either holy or totally evil, right? Because there's no more purgatory after that. So we better be all holy by the second coming, okay? So that's an unusual thing, but yeah.
So how is everybody made holy by the second coming then?
Well, there's going to have to be a big conversion. I think you know that.
Right.
And God will you know, make it happen one way or the other.
Through tribulations?
I don't know how it's going to happen. Yeah, it'll probably be through tribulation. Yeah, probably will be tremendous cleansing. And we certainly, what is it somebody said, if God doesn't punish this generation, he owes Sodom and Gomorrah an apology. So, yeah, I think...
Who said that?
I think we can anticipate something. We don't have to wait for it, or, you know. And I don't think it's going to happen December 21st, 2012. I think it's going to happen after that. But, you know, I think we should live as if we're going to meet God soon. Yes.
I believe in this, but I struggle a little bit with this idea of doing these things. It seems a selfish motivation to do these things to avoid suffering.
Right.
I just feel like it's much more encouraging to be motivated to love God because He's the giver of all good things in our life and all things that we are.
And because we're going to be so close to Him, we've got to be holy. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as, you know, you were talking about how purgatory should be preached, and I feel like it should be in the sense that we should be praying.
It's kind of a reminder from the backside, okay?
Yeah.
The main thing should be, yes, to become holy, because Jesus said we do need to become holy. And the saints are not people that live above and beyond the call of duty. They're the ones that live the gospel. And so the gospel is about perfection. The gospel is not about being good. It's about perfection. And so that's what we should do. Now, yes, you're right in one sense that we could become very mechanistic about it, and they did in the 16th century. You know, they were preaching what was it, the raising money for St. Peter's. And they were preaching, you know, Tetzel was saying, when the coin in the basket clings, the soul from purgatory springs, okay? And so, well, first of all, giving alms does help the souls in purgatory, but it was a very mechanistic kind of, thing, and it was, and it was wrong too. I mean, because there's no guarantee that the soul's going to spring when you put the money in the basket. But so there were abuses there, and we could abuse this too, and just worry about ourselves. The truth is, God doesn't want us to go to purgatory. He wants us to become holy. And so we want to become holy. We want to receive indulgences. Yes, I mean, sure, do the things that have indulgences associated with them. Don't take a mechanistic approach to it, right? Because the ultimate thing is to become like Christ. That's what it means to become holy. Not to do everything he did. We don't have to ride on a donkey or dress the way he dressed. But we should never do what he would never do, and we should take on the virtues of Christ and strive to imitate him in that way. We will not take on the personality of Christ. We will all continue with our same personality, but it will be perfected in the kingdom. Okay? So everybody will be very different, just the way we are here on earth. But everything will be perfected. So we will become like Christ in virtue, but not his personality. We'll have our own unique personalities, which will be kind of fun. But yes, it is possible to become a little bit, a little too pragmatic or too, I don't know what the right word is, but a little too grabby about this sort of thing. And our attitude should be, no, this is what the church gives us. We should use these things, but understand that the ultimate goal is love. And a genuine love for God and genuine love for other people.
Well, thank you. It's been very
Yeah, thank you very much.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. Saint Stephen Martyr.
Pray for
The
us.
Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Father.
Thank you, Father.